All right, so now we're going to do the chord lesson, 10 minutes, and I'm going to teach you how to play the major and the minor chords in 10 minutes. So the fear factor always comes in for me until I learned that I can be a creative musician. My teachers were very strict and just said, no, you'll do it this way, you'll do it this way, and keep practicing until you get it right. I never did get it right. I mean, you're never going to be as good as you want to be. So that's where my slogan came up, so enjoy where you're at. So now I can actually say that I can sit down at the piano, and if I make a mistake, it doesn't disrupt my whole chain of thought. I just go, okay. And if you're good about covering it up and fixing it, then no one else will know either. Or sometimes make the same mistake twice and they'll think you did it on purpose. So today I'm going to show you how to play major and minor chords in 10 minutes. Okay, so today I'm going to use my First Aid Chord Kit book. If you already have the book, it's on page 2. If you don't, I'll make a PDF of, it's called Cheaty Chords. And I'll tell you what, you can learn to play chords in less than 10 minutes actually, using this method. It's only made up of a series of half steps, and that's it. So a half step on the piano is from one note directly to the next note. So no note can be played in between. That's called a half tone, semitone, or a half step. Okay? So from C to C sharp is a half step. Alright? So it says for Cheaty chords. They're made up of 3 notes. Alright? So let's say I want to play a C chord. Just put my little finger on C, and I count up 4 half steps. Don't count the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Just every other white note is what it is. Alright? So I want to play an F chord. Little finger on F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. F chord. Alright? G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now, I can play probably 1,000 songs with 3 chords. So C chord, F chord, C chord, G chord. Now, my DVD on Circle of Chords explains how chords work in sets. So the C chord has 2 chords that go with it. C chord, F chord, C chord, and G chord. Alright, I want to play an F chord. So it's F chord, E flat, F chord, C. Alright, so let's just stick to the C chord. Alright, I could just sit for the rest of my life and play songs in the key of C. Alright, so Happy Birthday starts on a G with my right hand. And the first note, you always play the chord first. The first note will always be in the chord. Alright, and usually you start with the top note, the G. That works. Alright, and I just play until the G doesn't sound good anymore. Doesn't sound good anymore, I'm on a B note. Which chord has a B in it? The G. Now, it might take you a few days to sit down and do that. It did for me. When my friend took away my music and said, okay, now play the song, I went, I can't play the song. And so it took a few days for me to sit down and feel confident enough to make it work. So if you make a mistake, was fun. Actually, it was more fun than if I played it perfect. Alright, so the rest of the chords, it says if I want to play a minor chord, it's 34. C, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Minor chords are kind of spooky, creepy, sad. finished. Make smaller. 33. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Even spookier. Augmented chords, augment means to make larger. 44. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Augment means to lift it up, to add to it. Alright? That's it. So if I want to play an F sharp chord, just put your little finger on F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now the other cheaty way you can play an F sharp chord is play the F chord. Sharp every note. Want to make it minor? Flat the middle note. See, so everything just kind of gels if you think of it in half steps. So just practice C chord, D chord, E chord, F, G, A, B flat, C. Alright, make it minor. C major, C minor. D major, D minor. E major, E minor. That's it. So now you can sit down with a book that has the chord symbols in it and the melody and just play. Or don't have any book. Just sit and play a C chord. Start with a G note. F chord. F chord goes back to C. C chord goes the other way on the circle to a G. G always goes back to C. And then F and C. And G. Wrong chord. But look, I didn't panic. I got an amen at the end of my hymn. So if you hit the chord wrong and you're playing a C, F, and a G chord song, you'll probably get an amen at the end. So church songs are kind of good for that. Alright, so that's 10 minutes and that's all you have to do. So check into my books. I think you're going to find that you go on sacramentomusicgroup.com. You can order these books. I've got over 100,000 subscribers that are all playing piano now with no teacher, and they're just learning from YouTube and getting ideas on how to make them more creative, themselves more creative. So enjoy where you're at on the way to where you're going and have fun with these 10-minute lessons.